Buttons on. Good morning, everybody. People of peace, love, happiness. People not interested in the fight, but the evolution. What's happening with my device here? That's not right. Some tyranny messing with this. They're always messing with me. Why are they messing with me? Who are you messing with, man? Somebody told me the other day, he said, the FBI gonna get you. Talking about growing food. The FBI gonna get me. Like, FBI gonna get me? People are the nicest people, sweetest people on the planet. Just people. I don't have any fear. Don't let anybody scare you with any nonsense. Let nobody scare you. You're in too much trouble to be scared, people. I can't get my comments doing what I want. Give it a chance. Let's see if I'm left. What in the world? I got the NSA in my device. Y'all get out my device, man. Y'all know y'all not constitutional. Get out my device. You're not even supposed to be here. Tell people they're not supposed to be here. They start playing with your devices. I go to my backup method. Man, hopefully everybody's doing good this morning. They get in your head. Don't let them in your head. Somebody wanted to argue with me the other day. Come on, let's fight, Gerard, let's fight. Bring your debate. No. Come on, let's fight. Come on. No. My life is way too good to fight with anybody over anything. Honestly, I love you to death. I do. It's not a negative thing. I just don't care. I don't care about your fight. I don't know what you're fighting. What you fighting? What you got to fight for? You just want to fight? Bring your logic. Bring your debate. Let's cuss at each other. Let's fight. I always stop and ask the question. If we fight, I do this in my head. So, okay. You are you, I am me. And if we fight, I'm trying to think, what we gonna solve? It's like, is there let's fight. Like, no. Let's debate. No, I don't care. I'm a solution guy. I like solutions. I have no interest in your fight. Now, do you make decisions in Washington? Can you turn slavery off? Can you turn off some war? Can you stop spraying people with aluminum? Can you make vaccines optional? Can you bring back organic food? Can you get rid of agribusiness? You know, can you do the things that are important to human life? Can you stop the rapey behavior of the United States government? Can you? If you can't do that, I have no reason to fight you. I win the fight, what's gonna happen? You win the fight, what's gonna happen? You gonna fight again? Good morning, Ish. Good morning, people. I'm not interested. They got mind control coming, man. What we gonna fight about? Can you turn off the mind control? Can you stop the CIA from being the Bill Cosby and Harvey Weinstein of the world for America? Can you stop it? Because you know that's what the CIA does, right? They just rapey. That's all they are. They're rapey. You know, I love the word rapey. I don't know who came up with that. The word rapey is awesome. I love it. It just says like, let's fight. Wait a minute. Does your political party rape people? Do they kill people? Do they start wars? Do they do slavery? They do that? What we gonna fight about? You and I, it's like apples and oranges. Ethically, morally, humanitarianly, we don't have anything in common to fight. There's nothing to fight about. You're an apple, I'm an orange. I don't believe in rape. Rape is a bad thing. Telling people what to do is a bad thing. Putting them in slavery is a bad. Putting kids in prison, wars are bad things. Murdering people are bad things. If you can't if we don't have that basic bare bone logic as a starting point, we don't have anything to debate about. I mean, I'm a solution person. I'm sorry. That's who I am. I wish I could be a a debate about rapey person, you know. Whose rapes are better? Oh, I gotta show you something. I got a couple things I want to show you. How y'all doing this morning? I got Ish on YouTube. Who else we got? On Facebook, we got Brother Gal is in the house. Top of the morning. Big Gal doing garden. We did some gardening yesterday. Shoot, we had a little fun yesterday. Get some tomatoes. Good morning, Laura. Laura out there painting stuff. Good morning, girl. We got Maria in the house, and we got Leah. I see some Jasmine and Chris always on time. Good morning, love, peace, happiness to everybody. We got Brother Kevin and Michael, Titus, Renee. We in trouble, y'all. We in trouble. Shelly, Dre, Lori, Zach, Drew, and a bunch of other people coming in late. Shelly, we in trouble. It's not like a worried type of trouble, but I'm not trying to get anybody worried. You know, we're not in any more trouble today than we was in yesterday. Well, that's not true. Probably, I think the trouble might go up like 2% a day, something like that. I don't know. More on the technology front. People, we don't have time. We don't have any time. Oh, my Lord, we don't have no time. It's no time. It's no time, baby. We ain't got no time. We ain't got no time. Like I was sitting there thinking, Lisa at Romper Room. It's like, it's like Romper Room. It's like Romper Room. You know what funny? It's funny, Lee. I wake up every morning. I look at that. Well, first of all, I wake up and I do me. I don't let anybody in my day. That's step one. Step one, you're not allowed in my day in the morning. Step one is me and me. It's just me. It's no news. It's no people. It's nothing. It's just me. No mice, nothing. It's just me. And after I'm done thinking about what I need to think about, processing what my brain wants to do, then I might let a little something in. I let a little something in. And eventually I get to a point where I'll turn on some international news. Lee, you know what I see, Lee? Every time I press the button, like I don't hear the Al Jazeera like intro. I don't hear the RT intro. I definitely don't hear on American news. All I hear is General Hospital. Y'all remember the General Hospital song? Dun, 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 and they begin to tell me what's all important, what I'm supposed to be worried about, what's going on. Oh my God, Roseanne Barr, rah, rah, rah. I got in trouble for it yesterday, Lee. I wasn't paying attention to Roseanne Barr. Y'all, let entertainers just be entertainers. They entertain, and that's what they do. Let the politicians be entertainers. That's all they are. They're just actors. Behind the scenes, they're all buddies, homie, lover, friends at the golf course, playing, having fun, laughing at how stupid you are. Just trust me. Trust me, they're all friends. They all have the same agreements. So anyway, check it out. Mind control is here, people. Mind control is here. Mind control, and in fact, mind control been here for a long time. Long time. By the time it makes it to the medical journals, it's been done. They moved on to version 8.0 by the time they tell you about version 1.0. So we talked about the mice. Remember the mice in the maze? The mice where they took one mouse and they put the chip in his head, or they attached the chip to his head and they put it in the maze and it walked around the maze, and they hooked the chip up to the other mouse through the internet, and they transmitted what the mouse learned going through the maze, and the other mouse, they plugged it in the back of the mouse's head, top of his head, and the mouse woke up and said, damn it, I know maze kung fu. That sound familiar? Does that sound familiar to anybody? Mouse woke up, I know maze. And the mouse walked exactly through the maze. At the other mouse, it took almost 24, I said like hours. I don't know if it's 24 hours. Hours to actually figure. I'm gonna read this to you. This is some sanity. Y'all remember that? I was thinking about something this morning. I was thinking about 5G. All right, you know what this is called? Y'all remember? Oh, let me see if I can show you a picture. Before I show you that, just in case you don't know what I'm talking about. Sometimes Hollywood, the entertainers, I think the directors or writers or somebody, they'll figure out a way to slip in a little bit of truth every now and then. Every now and then. Let me show you this picture. I know some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Plug it in the top of the mouse's head, teach a mouse over there, and then you can teach a mouse to do it over here, and or you can make a mouse do it. Look at this. Let me show you this. Let me show you. Wait a minute. Y'all remember this? The Matrix is here. The Matrix is here. Although I will say that the Matrix has been here for a long time. I will not tell you the conversations that I'm always privy to, but when I was a small child, little baby, little fat kid with an afro, I remember somebody who went to work for one of the acronym agencies because they were working on how to fly airplanes through the human brain, signals just coming through the brain. Like, oh, that's just space age technology. We might have that in 100 years. Nope. They didn't have it a long time ago. And all they're doing right now is releasing to us that they have the ability for mind control. They have the ability to plug you in the back, upload memories, teach you kung fu, teach you how to do these things. And a Hollywood director just got to a point where he thought, you know what, I'm going to release a little bit of this. And I think they do it with the aliens and the UFO too. Like, I think they're always driving us. They're always walking us somewhere, which is why I say, wake up in the morning and do you. Don't let them do you because they're rapey. The news are rape. The news are rape. Just don't let them do it. And then it's just a proverbial mental rape, but then they'll physically go to another country and rape. There's some slavery stuff in the news too. I might actually tap on that. But it's been here. It's been here. So, you know, I was thinking about this morning, connecting the dots, putting it together, playing, what's the connect the dot game we used to play? We used to connect the dots, and then we had the, what's another connect the dot game? I forget. Anyway, that's back when we didn't have computers. We actually had like physical things we touched and we played games with. 5G. I wonder, because of the more modern research, they're actually not putting the chip in the mouse's brain. They're doing it wirelessly. And this was in the medical. Let me read this to you. I'm going to get off of this. I'm going to read this. I'm kind of scared. Oh, let me show you. Can I show you a picture of it? That'll be cool if I can show you a picture of it while I show it to you. Yeah, kind of. Ooh, sexy lady. Sexy lady. It's always sexy lady. Let me show you this right here. See if I can move that over. Scientists wirelessly control mice with brain implant. Mind control has gone from space fiction to science fact, thanks to a remote controlled brain implant that can control the path taken by mice, as footage released on Tuesday by neuroscientist shows, which, by the way, wasn't Tuesday because they told us about this years ago. You can go and see a long time ago they did this. They're just doing it again and again and again, and now they're experimenting wirelessly. The implant, which is narrower than a human hair, alters the neural network of the mice using wireless signals. Wireless signals. 5G, 5G, 4G, 3G, 2G, 1G. What does 10G do? That's my question. What's 10G do? So, all right. So anyway, this is where I'm going with this. This is where I'm going. This is where I always go with this. We don't have time. We don't have time. We don't have time to fight about your racism. We don't have time to fight about poverty. We don't have time to fight between the right and the left. They're lining up to do this to us. They're lining up to put us, move my big head out the way. They're lining up to put us in a maze like this and teach us mind control. This is what I think. 1.0, mind control was the radio. That's when they started to control people in mass. 2.0, the experiment, the version 0, the beta was probably the newspapers starting to give propaganda to control people. They stepped up the radio. You could even teach people that the world's being invaded. Remember War of the Worlds, that broadcast? Version 3.0. Maybe that was no television. It got real increased because now they can actually put images in your brain, not just thoughts in your head. I guess 4.0 might be the internet. Oh my gosh. Not only can they put images in your head and your brain, they can turn your camera on and watch you and get interaction back and forth to see how your day is going, see how you're feeling. Y'all remember that Facebook AI? Y'all remember that? You know, the little feeling app. How are you feeling today? And it's recording that information back and forth. 4.0, complete mind control. Mind control, 5G. So I don't know. I don't know it's 5G. I don't know. But this is what I do know. I do know this. You're not going to stop automation. Don't cry about it. I know. Sometimes I want to cry about it too. You're not going to stop it. You know how I know you're not going to stop it? Because they got automatic non-makers. I showed y'all that last 2 weeks ago. Automatic non-makers. I'm getting them. Y'all not making nons at my house. I'm sorry, humans. You just not going to have a job doing that. Another thing, smartphones. Try to take somebody's smartphone. Not going to happen. You mean to tell me that where's that picture at? Where is he at? You mean to tell me, let me see. When we saw this in the movie, right here, I know Kung Fu. It's the wrong one right here. Boom. I know. You mean to tell me that somebody is going to say, no, if you can teach me Kung Fu, I'm not going to do it. You know, so me tell a guy who's not doing so well at home and not doing so well at home with the wife and whatever. He just got some Viagra. You mean to tell me that it got a little Kama Sutra CD? You mean to tell he's not going to plug that in and know how to do that overnight? Come on, man. You mean to tell me people gonna turn down Tai Chi, Kung Fu, Shaolin? You think they're gonna turn that down? Hell no. Hell no. The first company in which I think there are a couple companies working on this that actually says you can invest in us and we'll do it. You mean to tell me that Americans gonna say no? Americans. You know, NASCAR. You mean to tell me the guy who wants to go drive NASCAR and not die, go 140 miles an hour around the track? You mean 200? How fast they go? 200 something? You mean to tell me you gonna tell Jimmy Bob that he can't go and he'll put everything he has into that technology to make it happen? Now that's not what it's for. That's how they'll sell you on it. You mean to tell me somebody playing the stock market? I just want to know stock market. Plug in the back of his head, teach him how to instantly day trade and make billions of dollars. You mean to tell me that they're going to say no to that? No. They always put it in a package that you will embrace. What do they do behind the scenes? We're going to figure out how to control these monkeys. Behind the scenes, it's always propaganda, mind control. And to me, it's not a stretch. It's not a stretch. Look at the Propaganda Act. What did Obama pass, right? It is legal to completely flat out lie to you, make up news, and it doesn't matter what country gets invaded from it. Doesn't matter what kind of slavery they start from fooling you. It doesn't matter what kind of rape gangs run around and take kids into sex slavery. Doesn't matter. It's 100% legal in the United States. Why? Because y'all doing it right today. Right there. That's why. That's why. So it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. In fact, if you can really think about how advanced are they? Because if they're now putting in medical journals that they can do this with mice and wireless devices, it's probably 30 years old. They're probably doing it a very long time ago. That means that the military controls of it, the military industrial complex, have already mastered what they want to do with it, and they've released it to everybody else. That's what's happening. What are they working on now? That's why I say 5G. 5G. Somebody might say, oh, you're fear-mongering. Conspiracy theorist. Is it a conspiracy? Is it? Is it a conspiracy that the CIA has always used forms of mind control, forms of propaganda, which is just mind control? It's just mind control. It's just propaganda 4.0. Instead of using and abusing someone's emotions and the lack of data, knowledge, and intellect, you're now just utilizing a wave device. Now, I don't know. I don't know that 5G can control your brain. I know that Wi-Fi can target your brain. And we know that there are different sections of your brain that are used for aggression and fear and love and empathy. And I sit there and I wonder, could they not at nighttime, just real dumb, because I'm dumb, I'm not that smart, I'm not as smart as these people. These people are maniacal. They're always planning how to be 22 steps ahead of us. I'm not that bright. If I ran the world my maniacal way, I think when y'all sleep at night, I'd probably reverse the Wi-Fi signal, the 5G signal, something, however I could do it. Target the section of your brain for aggression. Make you dumb, make you stupid, make you aggressive. You know your friends, your smartest friends, the ones that you used to grow up with, you went to college with, real smart, intelligent people, real bright. If they're involved in politics, how bright are they now? Are they? Do they sound bright? Do they seem bright? Do they seem intellectual to you? Or do they seem very aggressive? Do they seem very angry? Are they, this is just not make any damn sense, the things that come out of their mouth, the stupid, dumb things they say. Oh gosh. You know, so I'm gonna show you something. I don't want to spend too much time on it because this is a scary topic. This is a scary. We don't have time. Are they already not taking the brightest and the best among us and making them dummies so that they can control the biggest military in the world? One of the all right, let me go. I want to move on to something because I want to show you something. I do want to show you something else. Let me say good morning, Ish. Good morning, King of Games. King of Games. Hey, welcome back, brother. Mind control has always been here, man. Yeah, King of Games. And you know what? With the games, I think they use games too. I think they use these devices. I think they use all of this technology they're rolling out. I don't believe that they just, oh, let's just make something and give it to the public. No, because they have patent control. If you make something, you file for your patent, they think, okay, can we control the population with this, or can we kill the population with this? And they figure out how to utilize it, get it in place, figure out, okay, now we figured out it's in place, we got it mass producing, okay, go ahead and let the company release it. And they'll let a company release it. But they've already got it and it's already controlled. And this is why governments can't have secrets. I always like solutions. I never throw problems out there unless I got an idea or thought for a solution. Governments can't have secrets. Governments shouldn't actually even exist, number one. Our brains aren't evolved for big, massive groups of people to control all of this power, military weapons, guns, bombs, and everything. We're not there. Our brains have not evolved that level of dealing with that amount of control over people. And it's obvious because it seems like every couple hundred years, every couple thousand years, what do? We give all that power to some king or some lord somewhere, some government, some Congress, some democracy, some prime minister, whoever it may be. They try to take over the whole damn world and kill ridiculous amounts of people doing it. And then we got to stop and say, okay, we got to pull it back. Damn it. Oh, we messed up. This government thing, we're not evolved for government yet. And we pull it back. Somebody builds a new government. Yeah, this is for the people. Give all the power. Then we get comfortable and convenient again. You know, we got wheels and carts and stuff. Man, the economy's going real good. We're doing good. We're farming this year. Give all that power back to the kings. Instead of democratizing power, we centralize it. And human beings in power at that time will always, again, do what they always did. We don't have no time. We don't have no time. Let me show you something. I was looking at something else this morning. We don't have time to fight. People, I said, let's fight. Come on my show and let's fight. Like, no, I'm on your show for. Number one, I don't know you. I don't know you. Do you know my mama? Know your mama? Yeah, we might be related. I love you to death. We brothers and stuff, but you coming at me all aggressive like, man. You swelling up your chest, calling me names, want to go fight about some politics. I don't care about your politics. I don't do politics. Don't rape people. And if you rape people, your friends rape people, don't talk to me. Well, I don't talk. I still won't talk to you. But don't try to get me to agree with your plan because your plan involves rape somewhere. If your political party still uses violence as a solution and war and shooting people, then we don't really have much to debate about. It's apples and oranges. Our brains don't work the same. You're okay with rape, I'm not. You're okay with abuse, I'm not. You're okay with murder, I'm not. So we don't have anything to talk about because I know if I put you in power, eventually when your idiot leaders are done trying to dialogue and talk and negotiate because they're not intellectuals, they want to rape somebody, they want to kill somebody, they want to bomb somebody. Then all I see is I just see selective rape. So I'm sorry if you're a Democrat or Republican, you want my support or something, left or right, whatever. My God doesn't allow for it. I don't know what your God allows for. My God doesn't allow me to tell anybody what to do. It's a Christian God. I don't know, it's the Bible. You ever read it? Doesn't allow for it at all, period. Free will. I have nothing to do with your life. You live your life, which means the government that wants to tell everybody what to do. I can't. Let me show you something. That's what I want to do. Just try and dig this. Man, that was a whole lot. Let me show you this. This is crazy. This is crazy. And this is why nothing stops. This is why we don't get better in anything we do. I think I posted it. I think I posted it. I didn't really want you to watch it yet. I just wanted to show you the beginning of it. Look at this. Look at this. This is crazy. And this is why this is why we can't have nice things. This is on Al Jazeera. Good Al Jazeera report. Ooh, that's slavery.
For 300 years, the most powerful nations on earth grew richer and stronger on the profits of the slave trade.
In 300 years, they're still doing it.
Over 12 million men, women, and children were forcibly transported from Africa on slave ships like this.
It wasn't 12 million. It's hundreds of millions, if not billions. They just like talk about the Africans because they want to get y'all fighting, get the black people fighting with other people, Africans fighting with other people. Instead, it was all nations, all places, all continents, everywhere.
To the colonies and plantations in North and South America. Today, slavery is illegal in every country on the planet.
Slavery's not illegal, it's legal. Every country, everyone on the planet, everybody's doing it. It's all over the place. Different degrees of slavery.
But the truth is, slavery did not die in the 19th century. It is alive, it is thriving, and it is bigger than ever.
First thing you said, true. I'm just gonna show you the beginning. I want you to, the opening dialogue I found interesting. Anybody recognize that building? Does that look familiar to anybody? The sign of pillars, if you see pillars, it means they love slavery. I'm just saying, I know, all over America, the big plantation house, the big mansions and the White House and everything, if they, in your country, if they got big pillars, that means they're slavers. It doesn't matter what color they are on the inside, they're slavers.
For the past year, we've traveled across 4 continents, investigating the hidden world of modern slavery, from Pakistan to Haiti, from Europe to Brazil. Our journey ends in Washington, D.C.,
which is where it should end, and it's probably where it should have started.
the capital of a country which only a few generations ago tore itself apart over its role in the historic slave trade. And
no, it didn't tear itself apart over slave trade. It tore itself apart over the taxes for the slaves because the North wanted the money. It had nothing to do with it in slavery. But let's keep going.
today is leading the fight against 21st century slavery.
That's true, 21st century, but it's not leading the fight.
We've come to Decatur House,
is.
just a short step across the park from the White House.
Good place to be.
It's chilling to think that just 150 years ago, American government officials actually kept slaves behind these very walls. This is where they were quartered. And this
No, it's chilling every day now. Anytime I drive down 95, 295, go down through DC, I get close, I get chills. Every time I went down there last administration, I got chills. I go down there now, I get chills because it's horrifying that we still support slavery all over this planet, everybody. It's horrifying that we actually cause it. But we won't let him continue his narrative. I still want to get to the open dialogue.
This courtyard was where they would saddle their master's horses. Today, Decatur House is a National Historic Monument, and tonight it's the location for an historic television event.
Yes, it
a
is.
unique public debate broadcast worldwide on the roots of modern slavery and how to end it for good.
The selective roots of modern slavery and how to end the parts of it that they want to end and keep the parts of it that are profitable. Oh, come on, get to it. I just want to show you the beginning.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Decatur House and to the Al Jazeera debate on modern slavery. This evening, we're here to investigate why it is that slavery persists in the 21st century and what we can do to eradicate it. And we'll be taking questions from our audience here this evening and also questions that have been asked by viewers to our series. And to help us answer these questions, we have a very distinguished panel on this debate tonight. Ambassador Louis de Backer is the Ambassador at Large at the US State Department's Office to Monitor and Combat Trafficking in Persons. Kevin Bales is the author of 5 books on modern-day slavery and co-founder and president of Free the Slave.
Appreciate Kevin being there.
Joy Azilo is the UN Special Rapporteur on Trafficking in Persons, especially women and children. And David Batstone is the co-founder and president of the international anti-slavery organization Not for Sale. Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and also to our audience. I mean, let's start off with some fundamentals, which is exactly
fundamentals.
How is it that we define slavery in the 21st century? Kevin Bales.
Well, if you actually look at people in slavery and say, what's the common elements here, you find that they're always the same and really have been throughout history. The complete control of one person by another.
The complete control of one person by another. Let me show you the rat. Did y'all see the rat? The complete control of one person by another. Is anybody connecting these dots? Is anybody, are y'all kind of like, y'all like gaslit? I know my friends ain't gaslit. I know y'all not gaslit. Y'all gaslit? Is anybody connecting these dots? Are y'all seeing y'all seeing where this is going? Modern day slavery never ended. Let me let him do his opening fundamental. The fundamental technology behind slavery
is used to maintain that control, and then economic exploitation. Now, when we're in the field and we're not absolutely certain, is this a slavery case or not, we'll often start with a rule of thumb question: can this person walk away, even if it's into a worse personal situation?
I'm gonna stop there. I'll post a link. You can watch the rest. It was a good discussion. Bottom line, can the person walk away? Does that mouse look like it can walk away? Money can't exist. Technology is not going to stop. Propaganda, television, radio, newspaper have all been walking us up through different types of mind control till today, where they will have the ultimate mind control. And I'm not saying that it's 5G. I don't know. What do I know? All I'm saying is if they're finally talking about the fact that they have the ability to control your mind, they have the ability to read your mind. They can read your dreams. Think about Stephen Hawkins could actually drive his wheelchair. And it wasn't even Stephen Hawkins. He can control his laptop. They did it with a monkey. They took a monkey who was paralyzed from the waist down and they hooked it up to a wheelchair, and the monkey learned how to drive the wheelchair. Scary times we're coming into. This is why I probably laugh so much, because we're in so much trouble. It's ridiculous that we talk about the things that we do. It's ridiculous that we focus on what we do. There is only one surefire way to stop this. Somebody can come up and say, what did they say? Because the politicians, they always like to come up with these little mid-tier talking points. We need legislation to stop mind control. You think they're going to stop? We need legislation to stop the spraying of pesticides. Did they stop? We need legislation to get all chemicals tested before they go into baby products. Did they stop? Think about it for a little bit. Like, there's a difference between looking at a problem, diagnosing it, and saying, what is the root cause? How can I take out the bottom levels? Y'all know the game Jenga? How can I take out the bottom level so the whole thing will collapse to guarantee that it goes away? They never do that. They always focus on the mid-tier. They start pulling out sticks, pulling out little blocks from the mid-tier, and half of it collapses, but the foundation stays in. Focus on the foundation. What did he say? Slavery is controlling people by another person. That's done by the media. It's always done by the media. It's complete technological mind control. And they figured out how to get us to cheer for it. Why? Because we want newspapers. We want to know what's happening in our world. So we're going to get and buy the newspaper. We need radios. We're going to get the radio. If you're going to get behind the legislation, and I'm not a legislation guy. I'm not a law guy. I'm against it in principle alone, because every law is a removal of freedom of somebody. And I'm for freedom. I'm anti-slavery, which means I'm anti-law. I have no interest in you telling other people what to do. I don't think any of these laws should exist. We're walking into a time. I'm saying it the right way, because not us necessarily. We are walking our children happily into being completely controlled. You think that your intellectual friends are being controlled right now? You think that they sound dumb as a bag of bricks when they're cheering for these politicians? You imagine what they can do when they have broadcasts and signals to make Americans highly aggressive, make them very emotional, make them really sad. They'll go along with everything that's required. Money can't exist. As long as money exists, because money is the foundation of all of it. This is why the guy was upset with me the other day. It's like second day I didn't mention this guy. Angry guy. Why he was upset with me? He said, you're a fake, what did he call me? A fake progressive. I said, number one, I'm not a progressive. And I never said I was. So don't think I'm fake. You're not with the revolution. I said, no, I'm not. You're right. I'm not with I'm not with the legislation revolution. No, I'm not. I'm not a Band-Aid fixer. I'm not a duct tape type of guy. To me, when the car is broken, if the alternator doesn't work, if the alternator bracket is broken, I say, how is the alternator supposed to work? It needs a new bolt to bolt in and lock in the alternator. I'm not about, let's get some duct tape and wrap some duct tape around it. No, I'm not with the duct tape revolution. I'm not. I don't think progressives are progressive enough. We don't need a progressive legislation change. We need a paradigm shift. Money broke us. Money broke the world. Money broke everything. And money will continue to drive the nonsense that they're working on today that we have no idea what these people are doing. In fact, I'll post as a good little lecture about it. Guy walks through some different new types of technology that, like, have you noticing that technology is moving so freaking fast that we can't control about? We can't control it. We don't even know what's going on half the time. All of our technology used to come through Popular Science when I was a kid. Popular Science magazine. Everything was happening in the world was in that magazine. Now, science is just running so fast in multiple directions, but it's always controlled by one group. It's always gone through a patent office. It's utilized for the military-industrial complex, which tends to be in the West America, because the people who have the patents, the people who file the patents, they want to make money. They got their mini greed. They got their mini hoarding going on. So they want to file the patent and make the money for it. They file the patent. The military-industrial complex says, nope, that solar panel's too powerful. You can't release it. We'll let you release a solar panel that only does a 2% increase in performance, not 20 or 30%. And that's all. This is all law that you can go look up. These are the crazy psychotic laws. There was an act. I want to say it was 1950 something, 1960 something. These are acts that they don't hide it from you. They don't hide any of this from you. This is all law restricting your freedom, encouraging your slavery. As long as money exists and you have this embargo, this bottleneck on technology, that technology will always be used against you. And when they're done using it against you and you're old and you're frail, they will use it against your children. So no, answer his question. I'm not with the progressives. I'm not with the revolution. I don't believe in duct tape. I think when the car breaks, you fix the car. You fix the car how it was designed to run. We need root cause fixes. Greed will always exist as long as money's there. And I don't want to talk about money. I want to talk about them getting in your head. Are they in your head? They're in all of our heads. They are. And they don't need to put a wireless device. They don't need to put a wire in there. They don't need fiber optics. They're in our head just by turning on the media. Just by turning on the news, they get in your head, which is why I watch the very smallest amounts that I can. I'm gonna look at the comments in a minute. I watch the very minimal amount that I can because I don't want them too much in my head. And this is why yesterday I got in trouble with the Roseanne thing. You didn't know what happened with Roseanne? Don't care what happened with Roseanne. Roseanne's an entertainer. She wants to get in my head. She wants to convince me that getting on one side of a completely ignorant debate by two ignorant sides is a good idea. I don't even want to think about whatever Roseanne wants to, I don't even want to think about whatever she wants to tell me or what she wants me to think about. I don't want her in my head. Roseanne is a funny person. Used to watch her when I was a kid. She's funny as all hell. And she was right, by the way. I'm sorry. I got to say that. She's right. Oh my God. Somebody posted a picture of the Planet of the Apes. Oh my goodness. And it's funny. And that's it. And that's all it's supposed to be. And then you don't take it to the political level. She said something stupid. Okay, it's kind of funny. All right, yeah, look at the picture. Yeah, damn it. Okay, you do kind of look like Planet of the Apes. Okay, I'm done with it. Then move on. Let it go. She's an entertainer. She's entertaining. Washington says something. To me, it's entertainment. It's kind of a dark, sick entertainment, right? Because I know all of the rapey things that come out of their dumb ideas, so it's not funny, but it's ridiculous. I don't laugh at what they do. I laugh at the fact that there are people who still take them seriously. I can still get critiqued. People tell me, say, oh, we're not supposed to laugh at this stuff. I can't help it. I'm sorry. I can't stop. Anytime I thought about not laughing about how dumb we are And I just started laughing. It happened. I don't know, because like I posted yesterday, I was thinking last night before I went to bed. I was lying in the bed, getting ready to go to sleep, had a thought before I was going to sleep. And I was thinking, so you know what? I forgot exactly what I said. What did I say? I have to go back down. I always post it. My mouth is always running because my head is always doing something. I was talking about extinction. Oh, and that's colonization. That's that. Oh, yeah. I said, so if the human race goes extinct, I'm literally not going to lose any sleep. I'm not. I'll be extinct, dummy. You'll be dead. You won't care. I don't care. North Korea has nukes. This is important. North Korea has nukes. We got to focus on this. I don't care. Why don't I care? I don't care about nuclear proliferation. I don't. That's a billionaire strategy to keep a certain section of billionaires in control over another section of billionaires. I don't care. No, America shouldn't have nukes. And if America has nukes, everybody should have nukes. Why? Because it'll make sure I don't feel nothing. That's what it'll do. When they actually shoot them. Do you actually think, let's think about this for a minute. Do you actually think that America is not going to use their nuclear weapons again? Do you? Do you think there is a weapon in America's arsenal that they haven't already used? Why are the nukes not going away? Because we keep voting in people who are okay with keeping nukes. That's why. We keep voting in political parties, assuming voting works. We support them, we cheer. I see them. Like most of my friends, they don't believe voting works, which is fine with me. I'm not sure I think it works either. But I turn on the television, I see a guy who wants nukes, and people are clapping for him. He happens to be a white guy at the moment. Y'all believe in race. And in last administration, I turned on the television and I saw a black dude, because y'all believe in race, I don't, who was cheering for nuclear weapons, upgrading them. And it's funny to me how now we're so scared. We're always scared of nukes. But we keep cheering and clapping anytime one of these guys go on stage, or women. This is why so to me, it's funny. It's funny that people are actually scared of North Korea having nukes and their government has it. See, it's called selective nukeisms. I don't know. I made up a word. Selective nukeism. I'm okay with you getting nuked as long as I don't get nuked. That's what America's saying to the world. And this is why the world doesn't take America seriously. They think you're sick bastards. It's because you're okay with them getting nuked. You're okay with nuclear fallout in their country and their children dying, coughing up organs. Liquefied organs, vomiting them up, because yours don't have to. And they know that. They're not stupid. So anyway, let me go back to the comments. I don't think we have time for this. This is why I don't fight with people. Let's debate. Let's argue. Why? Are you arguing to take away your country's nukes? No, you're not. Are you arguing to take away a country's military? Like, think about this for a minute. That's why my mind's kind of been focused on this week. What is the argument? What is a logical argument for a government to actually have a military? How does it make sense anywhere in the mind of any sentient creature on this planet? Please speak up. Go for it. I'd love to have that discussion. How does it make sense for any parent that actually has children on this planet, any uncle that has nieces, daughters, nephews, any mom that has a mother, any mom that has a little baby boy? How is it an argument of a sentient creature to agree that a very small group of their population should actually have a military? There is no logical debate for it, none whatsoever. So if you want to talk, if we want to like have this discussion thing or talk about some politics, I don't do politics. You know, it's like politicians, they talk about idealism, right? You're an idealist. You're a bad guy. You know why they say that? Because they like rape. That's why. I'm an idealist. I'm an idealist. I got a couple simple ideals. Don't kill people. Don't rape little children. And don't rape grown children either, because that's children. And leave people alone, self-determined. Because my God doesn't allow me to fudge those barriers. I know. Like I said, I believe in Christianity. I don't really know what Christ is. I don't know what this God thing is. It was a good discussion. I'm gonna post it. It's a good discussion that Jordan Peterson had. He was they're asking him this question. He said, does God exist? I know I'm going on a tangent for a second. Does God exist? He said, I can't really answer the question because to me, God isn't really what God is to you. And to me, exist probably doesn't mean what exist means to you. And it was probably the most profound way I heard that answered at the time. And I completely agree with it. We don't agree on what God is. To you, God might be an angel on a cloud in a puff of smoke. You know, to me, God can be anything. It can be microbiology and fungi connected together in a massive neural network that goes through quantum physics through the brains of all these different things. And it just talks to us or appear to us in a certain way that we thought it was aliens or a god in a cloud and a puppet. And I'm okay with all of that. I'm a human being. I don't know all of these things. But anyway, it's a good discussion. I'm off on a tangent. Way off on a tangent. But I'm not allowed to have debates. I'm not allowed to agree with the rape on the left or the rape on the right. I'm not allowed to agree with the nuclear weapons of the military on the right and the ones on the left. I'm not allowed to agree and negotiate away what is more acceptable rape, what is more acceptable slavery. I'm not allowed to do that. And somebody texted me yesterday, and I'm not gonna put nobody on blast. I can put nobody's name on blast. And this, oh my gosh, all right. So this is what I got texted yesterday. I'm gonna have to read it. Somebody's asked me. The person's writing a screenplay, and they said that they're going to write a screenplay about a racist president who went. You know what? I might have to pull it. No, I'm not going to pull it up. A racist president who was flying over an S-hole country, and the plane crashed. And what did the people who live in the S-hole country teach that racist president? Oh, I couldn't wait. It was delicious. I was just sitting back. I was like a little dog. My tail was back. I can't wait to answer the question. I might have to go back in. All right. I'm not going to read the exact text. I'm not going to do that. I don't have a whole bunch of time. But I basically replied, I said, I think that racist president might learn that the S-hole country was actually created by the minorities who look like the people in the S-hole country that ran the last administration, that did their part in complicity with every other administration in making sure the S-hole country stays the S-hole country, all of which they either invaded, they bombed back to the Stone Ages, they inflicted economic slavery over them through economic hitmen to ensure that those people lived in an S-hole country. And I think that racist president would actually feel pretty good about himself and not realizing how powerful his statement was in educating and waking up all the people in that country of that racist president who are perfectly okay with that S-hole country being an S-hole country, because the majority of the people, even who look like the people in those S-hole countries and the ones who came from it, all don't care. I didn't get a response to that. He didn't respond to it. I cheated. I said he, but he didn't respond to that answer. People know. The intellectuals in our country, they're not as dumb as we think they are. They're not. They're just mind controlled. They just have the probe in, and they're believing the signals that are coming in from that probe, not physically, through the newspaper, through the Washington Post, through the television, perhaps through 4G, 5G, I don't know. But what I do know is some of the smartest people I've ever known are saying the dumbest things I could ever imagine. Mind control, slavery. What is slavery? Slavery is the control of another human being. That's what it is. And if your slavery is selective, like you talk about forced labor, can you walk away from your job? Are you a slave? What will happen to you if you walk away from your job? I don't know how it is in your country. I can explain how it is in my country. Because I'll say things like we're all slaves. I'll say things that we're not free. People get upset with that. Well, you should leave the country. No, that's not my obligation to the human race. My obligation to the human race is to stand you down. because you shouldn't be enslaving the world. That's my obligation, is to stay here and deal with your ignorance. That's why I'm still here. And they come in all colors. Trust me. And it's not a bigger percentage in any what y'all call race than others, because they all love slavery, the vast majority, because they got the probes in their head. And that's another reason to have empathy even for them. That's another reason to deal with them in a certain way. People say, oh, you're too soft on people. You're too soft. You make excuses for people. No, I just understand that people have these probes in the back of their head. They might be your brother. They might be your sister. They might be the uncle, you know, and you have to accept that that really is what's going on, that they're not bad people. They're not an intellectual anymore. The data that's going into their brain is being controlled. And so they're not acting like the intellectuals, you know, whether it be the newspaper, the TV, the radio, or 5G. If it ain't 5G, it's 10G, you know, but you got to have that empathy. Like another question I asked, I don't know what kind of response I got to this. I got a lot of questions. I don't have tons of answers. I listen to smart people who got solutions, and I try to propose their solutions and support them. Smart people like Peter Joseph. People don't like that. But I asked a question. I said, you know, so now we know that Jeff Bezos, who is a certifiable psychopath, you know, he has enough money and to actually resolve, what is it, world hunger and homelessness in the whole country of America, and still have over $20 billion, and he won't do it because he's a psychopath. That's why. But this psychopath actually owns the Washington Post. Where do you think the majority of your Congress actually get their news? You know, it's not your Congress. You're in one of the countries that's being enslaved by the West and their military. They get it from the Washington Post. Somebody logically explain to me, how does it make any damn sense that anybody is continuing to cheer, vote, or elect, get behind, support 2020, everybody 20, who they gonna run in 2020? People dumb enough to get the majority of their news from a newspaper that is owned by a known psychopath. Two options on that. One, these people don't care. Two, these people are psychopaths themselves. Maybe that's why they don't care. All right, I'm going to the comments. That's what I was going with this morning. It's kind of linking together. I saw the Matrix, I saw the mind control, I saw what they were doing with the mice, and they weren't just reading data from the mice, but they were taking it and getting them to control devices, and they did it what a human being did with the monkey. Now they're doing it wirelessly, and then all of a sudden 5G's rolling out, and every president is clapping for 5G, and Obama wanted 5G, and now Trump is trying to tell them how to get 5G to roll out faster and get past permitting. And Trump is taking on a deep state, and Obama was a good president, and a Democrat or Republican actually might save the world by putting duct tape on the alternator. And this is why I laugh. This is why I laugh, because the great thing about human extinction, I won't feel anything. I don't think I'm feeling anything. I think I'm gonna see a flash of light, and in that flash of light, just in the moment, I'm probably gonna be laughing. The alien's gonna find me. Years later, the next species that they genetically engineer might be some kangaroos or something. They might be smarter than us at the time. They're going to find me in a chair laughing like this. I'll be driving the car like this. They're like, everybody died. Then me and my friends would be like, but we found 1,232 people. How many people my friends were? 2,716 people that was driving smiling like this. Because I don't take y'all seriously. I don't. I think you people are nuts. You're nuts. I got a friend who is schizophrenic, certifiable schizophrenic. I can't figure out why anybody would take anybody schizophrenic seriously. You're seeing things. Now, mind you, the things might be there. I kind of think they are. I do. I kind of think, like, y'all think these people are crazy in these institutions. I don't think they're crazy. I think they're seeing something that's there. I think it might be in a different dimension. Quantum physics things happening. They're tuned into something, phased brain with somebody on another planet or something, and they're seeing something. They got some sort of spiritual connection that's happening. I don't know. They're seeing something. But if I don't live in the dimension of what they're seeing, why would I take it seriously? Why? Why am I going to be scared? Why would you listen to somebody who's schizophrenic? They're obviously seeing something that you're not. Why would you listen to somebody who's being mind controlled? your brother, your sister, your uncle, your husband, whatever. Why would you be discombobulated, confused, upset, and want to fight? Want to fight with them? And they live in a different dimension than what you do. My goal is to get them out the dimension. That's what we got to do. We got to get them out the dimension. First of all, step one, we don't need any psychopaths in government. We don't need any schizophrenic people in government. No more. We got brain scanning. Scan their brain, find out who they are. Say, nope, you phase in a different dimension. I don't put any names out there. You phased into a different dimension. You don't get to control the world. Nope, you can't run. We're not going to elect you. We put your brain scan resume on the voting card, and we see that you're someone that should not be there. You're someone who we need to help. See, I'm not a schizo racist. I'm not a mental illness racist. I'm not against. I just think there are people who are good at doing some things and other people who are good at doing others. And I think if you're seeing things, you're having multiple personalities and you got something happening, y'all got to watch the movie K-Pax. K-Pax was an awesome movie. K-Pax, Kevin Spacey, but don't pay for it because he's Kevin Spacey. He's rapey like Washington too. Actually, Kevin Spacey's a lot less rapey. That's another, let me down another direction. Kevin Spacey, Weinstein, and Bill Cosby. You can put them all together with all the rapists you know, Jeffrey Dahmer, all of them. And they've done significantly less rape than every president and every congressman have signed into law. Think about that for a minute. Think about how mad you are at Weinstein, what he did. How mad you are, Bill Cosby, what he did. How mad you are at Jeffrey Dahmer and the rest of these psychopathic racists. You can get worse than that. Think about the ones who stabbed, who raped and then killed the women that we don't even know about. Because you know the most rapiest rapers, we don't even know them. They got away with it. They're charismatic. They died, got away with all the rapes. But we know some. And people like this. Yeah, y'all rapey, but we okay with it. Yeah. All right, I'm sorry. I don't know who made up that term rapey, but that I think it's a great term. I think it's fantastic. I'm going to ask the next politician who wants to talk to me. I'm say, are you rapey? Whoa. Before we talk, can I see your brain scan? Because these are people we need to help. These aren't people who need to be leading the world, right? If you agree that America should have a military, you're a psychopath. And if you're not sentient, you're not actually paying attention to what you're living in a different dimension than what I am. When I look and I click on the news, which is mostly a lie anyway, and I see everybody at there killing, I'm like, y'all killers. Y'all not supposed to be running anything. And I'm looking over here and y'all clapping for the left. And I'm looking over there, they're clapping for the right. And they're raping and murdering people. Man, Jesus come back. One of my friends said, if Jesus come back, I ain't Christian. Jesus come back, I'ma hide. I'm gonna go hide behind the curtain. They're gonna call the Christians. All right, can the Christians come forward first, please? It's probably not gonna be them. Yeah, Jesus come back. He'll say, can the Buddhists come first, please? Because the Christians ain't lost their mind a long damn time ago. They all get in line. They call it, now would the Christians come? They say, well, sir, can we, can I talk to you for a minute? Jesus, man, can I holler for a minute? Can we talk? I'm not with them. And by Christian, do you mean someone who calls himself Christian or someone who is trying to be Christ-like and not really rapey and military? Then I'm gonna go hide behind the curtain. But my associations, I'm very careful with that now. I'm a little scared. Y'all got me a little scared now. I just, all right, let's do the comments. I'm sorry. That's what I was thinking about this morning. Hope I didn't offend anyone. It's not, all right, let me, disclaimer. I'm not trying to offend anybody. It's not my goal. It's not my goal. I used to have a probe in my head like that, and they used to download all of my intelligence, all right? They used to do that. I used to work in these big corporations, ate all their drugs, ate all their chemical foods, believed everything, thought America was coming to help and save the world. So I'm not judging anybody. I just think that I've seen some things that I want to share with other people. That's what I'm saying. All right, now let me see if I can see comments. Oh, dagnabbit. Y'all keep commenting. I'm going to look at it. I'm going to look at it. I just have to get plugged in. I know they probably turned on my device overnight and ran the power out of it. Y'all NSA. Why y'all some trolls? That's what they are. And I said, the guy said the FBI gonna come get. What they gonna come? What they gonna do? What they gonna do? They gonna kill me? The FBI gonna kill me because I got a garden? Because I'm laughing at them? I think they're crazy. Stop it. Y'all don't let people scare you. This is dumb. We got one purpose on this planet, which is let me tell you this. So those of y'all who still hate Christians, let me tell you something. The reason I say the stuff I do is because I actually read the Bible thing, and I believe the commandment thing. And when I dedicated to my life to this Christ thing that I don't really know what it is, I was given an obligation. I was committing to you. Whether you like Christianity or not, I'm fine with that. Whether you believe Jesus existed or not, I'm fine with that too. Whether you believe he's an alien or whatever, I'm good with that too. Whether you believe he's a puff of smoke or just completely didn't exist, it's a figment of my imagination because I'm so insecure that I got to make up a God, and you're not insecure and you think you're the only intelligent thing in the universe. Well, however you want to put it, I'm okay with that. But to me, it was a commitment to do and say what was right. That's it. I do and I say what's right, and I got the faith that everything will go how it's supposed to when I do that. And if that means, to the guy who told me that, if that means that the FBI gonna put some sonic weapons on my house and come kill me in the middle of the night or something, okay, come on. Hey, where you at? Where you at? Knock on my door. FBI, come on in, we're gonna come kill you. All right, come on in, guys. What do I care? I'm doing my job. I committed my life to these people right here, and I'm gonna stick up for them. And those people are the people in Palestine. Those people are the people in the West Bank. Those people are the people in Africa. Those people are the people in the S-hole countries. Those people are those people. All right. Let me see if I can see my comments finally. I can see some of them. I just can't see all of them. If I miss your comment, I apologize. Brother Mike. Hey, Mike, what's going on? You 100% sure Hollywood is one big sex ring? Hollywood is one big sex ring. But you know what? I think that even in this, even people who got mental illness, they have moments of clarity. Not the majority of mental illness that's peaceful. You know, there's a difference between violent mental illness and the peaceful kinds. There's some that are just, you know, a little too overly violent. I think every now and then you kind of wake up, get a moment of clarity, and like, we shouldn't be raping people. And a Democrat might say that. every now and then a Republican might, maybe we shouldn't be blowing up babies, eviscerating them. Maybe some babies might be Nikola Tesla if we don't kill them. And they have a moment of clarity and they actually release a movie with a little bit of intelligence. But I think also, Mike, I think it's kind of mind control in its own right too. Like, I think that they release information to try to get you ready for what's going to happen. Like, a lot of my friends believe that the whole alien thing is the U.S. Air Force is just going to use some alien technology to scare people into submission or something like that. I think that's possible. I mean, it fits along with the mindset of the colonizer, so anything's possible in mind control, controlling people. So I could see where it would make sense that they would release information slowly to get people used to it, right? Because if aliens flew over, like when it happened with, what was it, the broadcast on the radio? Y'all know what I'm talking about, War of the Worlds, I forgot his name, where they broadcast in America. It was just a story, an invasion, the aliens are here, blah, blah, blah. People started going crazy. They lost their ever-loving minds. And you can't control people that way. You control people by getting them used to the idea and making sure you can modify their behavior. And so I think Hollywood releases things to kind of get us used to these concepts. Mind control is a good idea. It's normal. It means that you know, we're going to use it for handicapped people, y'all. That's what it's for. We're going to use it because handicapped people can't get married. Nobody loves them and they live alone. And so we're going to download memories of marriage and sexual relationships, and it's going to improve their quality of life. And while all of that is probably partially true, that's not the intent of all of this technology. So I think they release a little stuff here and there. Titus said Jesus would roll over in his head and Jesus would roll over in his grave today if he hadn't already risen. Titus, I think Jesus somewhere. I know people get mad at me when I say it, but I think Jesus somewhere on a spaceship like these mother hubbas. I just somebody pissed off. It's just a word. I think people. I think he's sitting there like, I am not going back. I am not. I done told him. I told him, Titus. I done told him. How many times did I come back and tell him? I done told him. I done came back twice. God done told him. We done sent Muhammad and Buddha, and we sent a whole bunch of other people to tell him all. And these dummies can't seem to get. You know what? I can't with y'all right now. Earth. I can't. I think Jesus is doing. I can't with y'all right now. I can't. Y'all out there murdering and raping people and got militaries. I done told you not to murder people. Why did you think it was a good idea to give your government a military industrial complex? I even controlled Einstein to tell you, not Einstein, what's his name? Eisenhower. I even controlled him for a minute to tell you that the military industrial complex should not exist. And y'all didn't even listen. You listen to your rapey pastor that's raping your rapey archbishop that's raping the kids and raping people in the choir, you know. So I don't know, Titus. I think Jesus is embarrassed right now. I think he's sitting at a conference right now, like they call his name because they got all the different planets and they got the gods of the planets. They're like Mars, Zimbaku. He's like, where things are going well. Status update. We're doing all right. Microbiology is coming back. We've gone through some tough times and we're bringing things back though. Who's got Earth? Jesus, give us a status update. Jesus like. Jesus, I don't see it. Jesus, are you here? All right, let me stop. I know. But you know what? You have to laugh at it because it's just so silly. I didn't give him 10 commandments. Y'all, they didn't listen. I know. Maybe I should. No, maybe God shouldn't have picked monkeys. I know, man. We fear what we don't understand. Yes, Lori, we do, which is why we can't fear anything. People fear other people because they don't know the people. Go meet other people, good people. I keep saying it. Get your butt on an airplane, go to another country, meet the people that you hate. The people who you think the American government should be raping and bombing and stealing their resources. You know what? Get to know the people. There's one thing, I think it's two things. Two things Trump is doing right. Two things. I know, I'm gonna watch my numbers go down like boop, 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 boop. He's gonna say Trump is doing something right. Two things he's doing right. I think he's doing them for the wrong reason, because that's just me. I don't believe billionaires are human beings. I think they're psychopaths. But two things he's doing right. One, populism. America has to go back to his damn box. That's it. America, you got to put America back in the box. America, too much mind control in America right now. Too much propaganda. Intellectuals can't think for themselves. The smartest, bestest brains we got acting like complete emotional morons. Now, America needs to go back to his box. Let Europe, China, Russia, let them take control of things for a little while. We need to go back in our box. Yes, we do. If you still think that the world should be controlled by America and influenced by America, you might be a psychopath. I'm telling you, you might want to get a brain scan, or you might want to disconnect the probe from your head for a little bit, because that probe is not teaching you kung fu. It's teaching you dumb fu. All right, hashtag dumb fool. But it doesn't mean that you're dumb. You know what? Most of y'all smarter than I am. Most of y'all intellectual smarter than I am. But they're giving you dumb food. Like, where's Nino? That's the name. They not Nino. What's his name? Neo. Where you at? Where's this picture at? Right here. Y'all, you got dumb food. They're giving you. All right, I'm sorry. I'm laughing. I'm sorry. Let me stop. Gonna get serious. Sit up in the table. Ain't no dumb fool. Now I'm going to go fight with the libertarians and the humanists and the people who don't think I should be killing people. I ain't no dumb fool. All right. Well, yes. So anyway, Lord, we fear we don't understand. Jesus Christ would be like you very much. No, man, Jesus Christ would not be like me. Whatever Jesus is, I'm a dumb monkey like everybody else. Sister, I am 98% monkey. Came out of some monkey testicles. I just happened to be busy in life at the time we were getting the plug in the back of the head for some mind control when they was teaching us dumb food. I just wasn't there at the time. And so I accidentally probably saw a few things. I wasn't being controlled. Now I'm just trying to share with people like unplug. When they say unplug, that's what unplug. Literally, they are teaching you dumb food. You will not be doing flips and kicks and fighting. What's his name? Lawrence Fishburne. You're not gonna beat him up. He's not gonna fight. That's not what they're making you dumb so they can beat you up. It's dumb food. That's what I should have labeled this one dumb food. This is this is the dumb food talk. Let me see. Mr. Jesus, sir, I got explaining to do. Shelly, yeah, you know what? I'm hoping my explaining, my apologies did Jesus come back or he looked like Buddha. What Jesus probably come back like everybody. He come back and be like, look, you know what? They had a probe and they put it in the back of my head. And I got Wi-Fi. I didn't know they were controlling my head with it. I had no idea they could reverse cable and look at my expressions and control. I was being controlled, Jesus. I'm sorry. I'm not rapey no more. I gave up on that 20 years ago. I'm not supporting them. All right, that's why I think you laugh. You laugh because they want you to take them and their technology seriously. I don't think you should do it. I think you should focus on the matrix. I think you should focus on the fact that the matrix is controlling everybody, that we are actually in the matrix. What the hell just happened? This is crazy. CIA, what you do? Y'all see that? I'm laughing in the room. I didn't just post that. Y'all see that comment? Man, see, this is how they play with you. I know John from the NSA, he's watching me today. He's like, oh, it's my day. Dang it. I ain't watched this Gerard guy today. I don't feel like watching him. He take his bathroom in the toilet sometimes and then he show me things I don't want to see. I do that. I'm sorry. I know. That's immature. Okay, but it's fine. You know, I just I don't want to see what he got no more. I don't want to see that. Boss, let somebody else watch Gerard today. And so now he being funny. Y'all see that right there? That's my big head right there. He posted me laughing. That's not me. I'm not in the room. I'm looking at my phone. I didn't do that. He did that. He's trying to be funny. Mike, John, Ricky, Bobby Wright, whoever, whichever one y'all is assigned to me today. That's right. You keep watching my camera today. I got something I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you where the sun don't shine. That's what I'm going to show you. All right, let me stop. The FBI going to come to your door and they're going to kill you. Is that it? That it? That's all? Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. Hold on. Hold on, let me get this straight. So the FBI is going to come to my door and they're going to convince me that the aliens are real. They're going to send me to meet Jesus, and that's a bad thing. That's why they don't like crazy people. They don't like crazy religious people. Spiritual people, they don't like. I think they like religious people because religious people are kind of scared. Spiritual people like, nah, this ain't it. I don't know what's going to happen. I might die, come back as a rock, a monkey, some grass or something, go to the planet Melmoc, whatever. And I'm good with that. You know, I'm actually kind of curious. I don't want to die, nothing like that. But hey, if I said something, the FBI got to come kill me, take me out the matrix, I wake up, you know, a bowl of jelly or something. Why is that such a bad thing? I don't know. It's a bad thing to somebody. I guess he said it because it's supposed to scare me or something. And I'm just like, you don't understand how this works. You don't get it. I don't have a choice. I dedicated my life to all the atheists. I dedicated my life to all the Muslims. I dedicated my life to all the Islamic people. I dedicated to my life that's not even born yet. I dedicated my life to speak up for the next generation. And there is nothing political groups got for the next generation that I think they should have. There's nothing. They're very sick people. They're very mind controlled people. They're given a sort of mental illness. All right, let me see what I got. Lori said, I define violence as mental illness. I agree with you, Lori. I think violence is a mental illness. I do. I think that people, they use violence because they lack the intellectual ability to solve a problem. And so it's like a little kid. Like if you look at a daycare, when the kids are talking and one kid just gets really frustrated and he did it, you're talking about it, and then he wants to fight. You know, I think it is. I think it is a childish violence, war. It is a childish mental illness that some of us didn't evolve out of. And they join political parties and they vote for them. Oh, you're gonna get me in trouble with that. Yes, Orson Welles, thank you. Orson Welles, yeah, Gellin and Laurie. Orson Welles, the broadcast. War of the Worlds. That's what I think. I do. It makes perfectly good sense. Entertainment has been pushing more in the past decade. Subliminal messaging, small details in the movies, WND, and add up enough to sway decision. Yes, Mike, I totally agree with you. Spot on, spot on. Spot on. People say, that's crazy. Mike is a conspiracy theorist. Is he? Is he a conspiracy theorist, or is he just actually looking at the past, looking at a model and saying, if the model worked that way, it probably works this way? Y'all remember the popcorn ads? Y'all remember the drive-through theaters? I know young people, y'all don't know what this is. We used to get blankets and go to the drive-through theaters and sit and watch the movies with other people. And what they would do is they would take little clips. They would take the frames and they would inject popcorn phrases, pictures of popcorn, delicious, delicious, buy me, buy me. And everybody in the middle of the time, in the middle of the movie, everybody would get up and go to the concession stand. Like, I could never figure that out. Like, why I would go to the concession stand and everybody standing there next to me. Like, damn it, it's a line. Every time, mama, I get up here to go to the concession stand, it's a big line. Why does everybody go get popcorn at the same damn time? It's because of what Mike just told you. It's a model. They have a model where they're utilizing the same methodology of control. So the idea that TV, the internet, the videos, MSNBC, NBC, CNN, the idea that they can say something smart enough to take someone who has a philosophical degree, somebody you went to college with, smart as hell, smart as the day is long. The idea that they actually can make that person through words act like a complete moron and say, somebody 2020, Oprah 2020, to me is illogical. I think there are higher forms of mind control, Mike. I agree with you that we just don't understand. What else we got? Flemmy K. Learning Kung Fu is not something you know overnight, requires years of physical discipline and application. It does, Flemmy K. It absolutely does. I don't know if you watched the movie Matrix. Watch the movie Matrix. What it talked about, and that's how we kind of started on this conversation, is the technology behind the Matrix, where they plug you into the back of the little device and they teach you how to have Kung Fu. That at the small scale has already been proven in very old technology. And that's what we talked about with the mouse. They took the mouse, they showed it to Maze, recorded its brain waves, whatever, transmitted over the internet to another mouse, and they downloaded that into that mouse, and that mouse knew the maze. That is a demonstration of the Matrix, true blue. So Kung Fu is not something you got to learn overnight. Kung Fu now is something that a military industrial complex, supported by everybody who goes to work every single day, all day, pays their taxes, believes everything, claps for all the politicians. It's something that they can give to a soldier. You know what's crazy though? Imagine the Democratic Republic of Minbaktu, country, middle South America somewhere, actually finds a hard drive somewhere. Somebody left a laptop. One of the CIA people died, whatever. On the laptop was the ability of how to do this. Completely, how to do it today in modern times, not in the lying modern times that they put in medical journals, but the real science that we're not allowed to know. The Republic Democracy of Timbuktu could just download into all of its citizens the ability to do what special forces can do, the ability to know Kung Fu, Tai Chi, all these top martial arts, all these defense tactics for military tactics, how to build drones, how to build nuclear weapons, how to do these things, can download into all of its people. And all of its people of only 100,000 people could take over the whole damn world. Crazy idea. Not so much to me. I don't think government should exist. That's why I say it. I don't think that our brains are evolved enough to have militaries. I don't think our brains are evolved enough to give a very small group of the population all the power, all the technology, and keep everybody else 40 years behind. I don't think any government should have secrets. I don't think any government should be a government. And I think if the few governments that are there, they shouldn't have any more than maybe, 80 people they control, something like that. And it shouldn't be control. It should just be, I'll solve disputes or something like that. Other than that, they shouldn't have any of those powers. Ish said the Greeks warned us years ago that the key to everything is to know thyself. If we find ourselves doing something out of character, it's time to get back to yourself. We still own our sovereignty. Thank you, Ish. The Greeks told us that. That's phenomenal. These are things we need to listen to. If you know yourself, You'll know how to act. You'll know that somebody's plugging the matrix into you. You'll know that you don't like it if someone did those things to you. Stop agreeing for your leaders to do those things to somebody else. If you love yourself, because I think that really is the crux of our problem. We have a lot of people who don't love themselves. They don't know how to love themselves. And so they don't have that sentient connection where they get upset when they see a bunch of babies bombed under rubble, and they'll accept that behavior from their politicians. And I agree with the Greeks. You got to know yourself. You absolutely, there are some core issues that we're failing at. We need to look in the mirror. You know, that's how we get to these sick places. Brother Albert, welcome. Brother Albert, he talks about it all the time. And Trish talk about it all the time. Y'all don't follow Trish and Bish, y'all need to. I think Trish starts the broadcast off most times. Patricia Negron, you can find her on my friends list. But all the sick things that they talk about, two great people, they understand a lot of these politics. They see it. I'm not a political guy, so I don't really know the leaders. I don't know the politicians. I don't know their names and none of that nonsense. Very, very little do I follow all of this. But they line up all of the sick things that we do. And those sick things that we do is because we lack love for ourselves. And so there's no way on the planet we'll have any love for anybody in Palestine and Israel. In fact, they just had a big conflict over there where now Hamas is responding and shooting missiles back over. Now Israel's going to respond again. I think Egypt talked them down. But it's this big mind screw. And the governments over there, the leaders are involved in a mind screw too. Hamas, PLO, and what other names are, Israel, they're all sick. The leadership of all these people, they all make money on doing the same thing. They just don't have these devices to plug Americans in as good, but they control the people because they got the power of the militaries that give them that power. All right, let me get down to the last couple comments. I'm gonna go. Gal still alive. Said Jesus is sitting in a conference room somewhere. I believe that, Gal. It's in the Bible. Gal, I think it's true. Because God says something in the Bible, the scripture says that all the angels and the demons, they all come together in the conference. They all got to meet with this God thing. It's a big conference room. They got the little, the little teleconference device. And the people that own the spaceships, the aliens of that far distant galaxies, they conference them in. And they have these meetings, right? So anyway, so it actually came out of the scripture. I think it's true. I think it's real. And then everyone's supposed, because Satan can't do anything unless God allows it, something like that. I used to be very involved in that stuff. But anyway, let me see. America's in a timeout chair. Lori, America needs to be in a timeout chair. Which, I'm sorry for my people who still believe Trump's taking on deep state. There's two things Trump is doing right. One, yes, America needs to be in the chair. Lori just said, in the timeout chair, the dunce hat, populist. We need to pull back, let other countries have influence on the world. There's nothing we got to tell anybody. We're dumb as the day is long. We don't love ourselves, and so we're doing these stupid things. That's the one thing. The other thing Trump's doing right, I forgot. Something else he's doing right. Something else. Breaking apart the trade agreements. This is only temporary because TPP is coming back, and they're talking about breaking apart the trade agreements. I totally agree. There should be no global trade. None whatsoever. I said it before. I'm saying it one more time. If people in your country are starving, you have no damn business sending a dime anywhere else. You have no business in any world trade agreement sending millions to the billionaires or billions to the billionaires becoming trillionaires. You need to take care of your own damn people. All right. Which is what I said the other day, too. In America, we got white kids, black kids, Asian kids, Hispanic kids who die of starvation in our country. If you actually think we should be giving one dime to the military industrial complex so these people can have assault rifles and guns to go murder more kids while our kids are dying of starvation, you need to go have a brain scan. I love you to death. I do. But you need to go have a brain scan. You need to find a little love in your heart somewhere. But we give these governments powers that they should not have. All right. Let me get back down. It was a long talk, a lot of fun. I don't know how we got there this morning. It actually got pretty funny this morning. It's hard to do this and not laugh at the silliness and the dumbness. We see all this massive technology coming. We see all of this power and the ability to control people. And it's all really being done on propaganda and mind control. And they want to roll more of it out. And our answer is to give them more power. Our answer is to pay more taxes and give them more strength. It makes no sense to me. It boggles my mind how we accept the things that we do. Last couple comments, and I'm run. Brother John, the people should have government. No, people should have control over their government. John, I think people should have control over their own lives. And if a government exists, the people totally have to control every aspect of it completely. And there always needs to be a mechanism to dissolve that government and get a new one. It's like Italy, right? Y'all know Italy, I think they haven't had a government. It's a couple weeks now. I want some of what Italy has. That's what I want. Can we have two of those? I want to. I think they had trouble with their election. They don't have a government right now. That's kind of what America needs for a little while. We need this stuff to break apart. We got to pull some money out of this, you know. The only way that we go back to being who we are is we can't be mind controlled. We can't allow propaganda to control us. We got to be smart enough to understand that a president that wants to have a propaganda act is not on our side. They're just trying to control our intellectuals. And we need our intellectuals back. Yo, I got a whole family of them. I got a whole family of them. I want them back. They're real smart people, real good people. But they're being mind controlled. Thank the military for our roads, rails, etc. They were mapped out for military transport, same as internet chips. We get it all as a gift decades later. Yes, Shelley, we always do. They always utilize those things for devastation and murder and theft and killing and robbing and stealing. And we get it later. Same way with the technology. They use it to figure out how to destroy a planet, colonize a world, control people. And we hear about it 30 years later. And it's not an anti-military thing. It's just that our military should be utilized for helping people until all militaries are gone, right? The most powerful country in the world, they should be utilizing their military to stabilize a world, not destabilize a world. So rapiness can happen. All right. All of their bravery. Yes, Brenda. And our military is very brave. There are a lot of young people who are awesome and outstanding. But same with the FBI and the CIA and the NSA. We have a lot of brave people at the lower levels of these things who just want to be heroes and they just want to help things. But the leadership is all bought by banks and corporations, Illuminati, whatever all of that craziness is. And so we don't actually get to have any control, and they don't get to have any control because they don't control anything. So anyway. All right. It's good talk this morning. Hopefully it meant something to you. Meant something to me. A lot of dangerous technologies out there. Governments can't have secrets. They all need to be brain scanned. There shouldn't be any military. And if you're still cheering politicians and leaders that agree with military, rape, murder, devastation, keep watching. Maybe one of my friends will tell you something in a way that I haven't told you that will get you to rejoin the human race. Y'all have a good day. Love y'all to death.